dreaming wide awake. This is the life I make. I don't need a holiday to make me feel this way.
Partnership began 10 years ago in June 2004 with strong family and individual support. Philadelphia Intellectual Disability Services, which back then was called MRS, had moved toward a new model of supports coordination, which was to be conflict-free and independent standalone supports coordination organizations. Partnership began doing this service with the help of PATH, where I had worked doing supports coordination and case management for more than 30 years. So we were lucky enough to bring along many of our supports coordinators that had worked with us and with Helen Fulgera, who's our program director. And then we filled in the remaining vacancies with experienced staff from around the city. It was an exciting time. We responded to a request for proposals that Philadelphia had put out, and through a competitive process, Partnership was awarded one of those proposals in March of 2004 with the stipulation that we open for business in June of 2004.
To start an agency from scratch, it was a lot of work, a lot of meetings, a lot of learning things you didn't know you really needed to learn. So it was a very fast-moving 3-month process to get Partnership going.
I remember getting the agency off the ground, and it was a lot of paperwork and a lot of worry as to what agencies would be chosen to provide supports coordination, and we were just very lucky that we were one of the agencies chosen.
It was a very exciting time. It was also a little bit challenging because, not knowing what to expect in regards to changes within the system, but it was also a great opportunity because of the fact that we felt as if, at least I felt as if, it would give more opportunity for us to be able to reach out to our individuals and do more and keep moving forward.
Being kind of in the background, not doing this, the supports coordination thing, I would hear, obviously, Carol going crazy or Helen going crazy with all the paperwork and this and that. And I'd have to make a few copies, and there were meetings and just all this hustle and bustle about what was actually going to happen. And it did. It was kind of a whirlwind, but it happened.
We had to ramp up really quickly, interview lots of people, and PATH rented offices to us. And then in 2005, we were able to move to Ashton Road with our own offices, and now we're expanding for the 3rd time. Partnership started with approximately 43 staff, and we now have 84 staff. We were serving 1,600 people just in Philadelphia, just citywide, at the time we opened, and now we're serving over 2,100 individuals in 6 counties.
And I mean, I've seen so many people come and go, and it's like, wow, like we're really getting bigger, and the more clients we have, the bigger we have to get, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's good that we serve more counties now in the surrounding area. Before it was just Philadelphia. Now it's all with 6 other counties, I think it is, and with the expansion, and we're always hiring people. We're always looking for some good people out there to work, and we're finding them. And with this construction, we're growing, and I'm pretty psyched about it.
As Partnership has grown over the last 10 years, we've started from a few staff to now a large number of staff. And different challenges that we've met over these past 10 years have been increasing our numbers of consumers that we support, increasing the number of staff that we have, moving buildings, developing good relationships with individuals and their families. And the hard part is developing that team process and doing a good job to support the people that we do support.
Fulfilling moments would be when we get supports for the consumers, what they need, if we help them get a really good, for children, if we help them get a good educational plan, if they get a good education that's well supported. That's what I would say.
I'll probably say just working with my clients. I got some really good clients and families, and just working with them on a day-to-day basis and being able to help them probably what makes a job for me.
I had the ability to be a supports coordinator for several years prior to being in my role right now as a supervisor. And in both jobs, what I've had the opportunity to do is to just work with people and build relationships and help folks achieve things that they've wanted to and didn't necessarily know how to either ask for or how to do on their own without assistance.
Some of the highlights working here were definitely forming the bonds that I formed with the individuals. When I first started, I was a person and family direct support waiver supports coordinator. And to this day, when I run into those individuals, it's like, it just makes you feel like you're a superstar, because the way that they approach you and the love and the affection and the appreciation that you get is incredible.
Hi, my name is Janet, and this is my sports coordinator, Bethany Davis.
Hi, I'm Beth, and I'm Janet's sports coordinator.
Well, we have a special relationship, and whenever I need her, she's there. And she helps me get in special places, like she just got me into a work program, and I think highly of her. And I never want to leave her.
I love working with Janet. She has such a great personality. She's really positive. No matter what kind of challenges she meets with in her life, she always just kind of keeps pushing on through, and she has such an infectious smile and personality, and it's really a privilege to work with her.
What's your favorite thing about your job?
That's hard. I think just getting to work with a bunch of different kinds of people and feeling like I make a difference in people's lives. Especially people like Janet, who have had to overcome a lot of hurdles in their life, and just to see them kind of like grow and move forward and do a lot of positive things is just awesome. Yeah, Janet's gonna do great things.
She just got me into a work program, and I'll never let her down.
You're a good team.
Yeah, we believe in her.
We're the best.
Yes.
In Pennsylvania, supports coordination really is at the center of it all, because our supports coordinators identify needs, they write the individual plan, they identify the supports and services, and then if there are difficulties, they are there to try and mitigate any risks that are involved. And the more that we can connect people with their communities, the safer individuals are, the happier people are when they're connected to other people.
The opportunity that it gives a lot of our consumers in the community. I just as an agency, from the top down, we're kind of taught that you put your clients and your families first. That's probably the biggest thing for me.
Our staff have really grown in trying to make that balance of, I can develop relationships, I can be that person for the consumer, but then I also can get the requirements done. I think that we as an agency try really hard to teach our staff to balance, and that to know that our consumer is who we're there for, and that's why we're doing this.
My name is Francesca Roth, and I've been with Partnership for a very, very long time. And my sports coordinator is Amanda. If I have a problem, I usually call her and we try to figure out the situation from there. Like a week ago, I had a problem with my other agency, so I had to, usually I talk to my grandmother and then about this situation, and then usually I'll call Amanda and then she can figure out what the situation from another agency that I've been having problems with. So
what does partnership mean to you?
Partner means that sometimes they have events that I can go to. Sometimes I was invited to the board meetings sometimes. basically sometimes there's activities that I can meet other people like myself and get to know other people, so that's all I can think of.
I like helping people. I like the interaction between, you know, the families and the individuals. And Francesca specifically is very vocal in what she wants and, you know, her goals for life, which makes my job a lot easier. Some difficulty is, you know, not knowing what the path to take to reach those goals, trying to do some research, things like that.
Mm-hmm. We were just talking about myself moving out in the future, so they're gonna process of that, so, and Amanda's gonna help me with that, so.
Because our supports coordinators really need to help the whole person. It isn't just, finding disability supports, but that's an unfunded need. So we created a tribute fund that we are hoping to grow over time, so that when someone who has an intellectual disability also finds themselves in a situation like we've seen where they have no clothes or they run out of food when a food bank isn't open, they have difficulty with repairing something like a refrigerator in their home, that we can also tap our tribute fund to assist that individual so that their life will be better.
Every single penny, every single dime, even if it's just, you know, change, anything can benefit these individuals, because the more we can do for them, the more we see them succeed.
I first see us in the future actually expanding even more, continuing to grow. We've built a good name for ourselves, and I can only see us continuing to grow and adding SCs and supervisors and various supportive staff.
How we've grown, I think that's just a testimony to the services that we're providing to the people and the family that we're working with.
It really is a matter of other people, people that we support now, by word of mouth, telling others that our supports coordinators do quality work, and that's where we see it going. So it's really not. It's really about providing more services to more people.
And each year you struggle with different changes and different requirements, but when you have an event like we do every year in March, and you see each year more and more of our consumers coming and really enjoying themselves and just really appreciative of what you do, then you know that all the paperwork you do, all the changes that you have to adhere to, and all the requirements that you're doing, they have something to do, but you realize that what you're doing is actually helping somebody. And as we hire more staff and we grow a little bit each year, more and more of our staff realize how much the little things that they do are really helping somebody, and it makes the job well worth it.
I'm dreaming wide awake. This is the life I make. I don't need a holiday to make me feel this way. Listen up, take a chance. You can sing, you can dance, you can live like there's no tomorrow. Give it time and you'll find there's a rule, there's a rhyme. Move along and the rest will follow.